It starts with a lowered head, bulging, glowering eyes, pawing at the ground a few times before a burst of acceleration brings sharp, unyielding horns and a thick skull rushing towards you before you've had a chance to react. The sight of a charging bull is something we can all imagine. Bulls are well known for their aggression as well as their destructive skills in establishments selling fine pottery. But have you ever wondered, why is it that bulls charge in the first place? You might have heard that they are particularly enraged by the colour red. Bullfighters across Europe use a red cape to taunt the animals and encourage them to charge. But it's not the red that they're responding to. In fact, the bulls don't know it's red at all. Like all dogs, 8% of men and 0.5% of women in the world, bulls are actually red-green colourblind. They can't tell the difference between red, green or grey. So it's not the red that's winding them up, but the movement of the cape itself. Experiments have shown that a fighting bull will charge at a waving flag of any colour and will actively chase a moving target while leaving a stationary one alone. But in reality, this charging about isn't the usual behaviour for bulls. Bullfighting is a tradition that goes back many hundreds of years in Europe, and while many see it as an unnecessary cruelty to the animals, others defend the event as a crucial part of their cultural heritage. What's beyond a doubt is that modern bullfighting is precisely engineered to provide as big a spectacle as possible, and that means having a very big, very angry bull. Fighting bulls are especially bred and selected for their aggressiveness, and then they're kept isolated before a fight, which stresses out the normally social animal. Once in the ring, the animal is provoked and antagonized until it, for want of a better word, loses its temper and charges. I don't think we can blame the bull though. If you were kept on your own for days, then released into a bright open space with lots of garishly clad people waving sheets at you and poking you with pointy things, I think even the best of us would be short of patience. Now, that's not to say that your average bull won't charge and really mean it. They're still the most dangerous farm animals worldwide and have been responsible for 37 deaths in the UK alone over the last 5 years. But why are they so deadly? Well, part of it is just down to their innate behaviour. Cows are herd animals with a strict hierarchy. The biggest, baddest bull gets to be the boss. So bulls will fight amongst themselves for dominance within their own social group. They'll scrap to defend a bit of territory, and they'll square off with each other to defend a female cow in heat from other likely suitors, which, when you think about it, isn't too far removed from the posturing and manoeuvring within human social groups, only usually with a little less headbutting. One really interesting factor that can affect how aggressive a bull is how much human contact it gets whilst it's growing up. It's known within the cattle farming industry that generally, dairy bulls are more aggressive and likely to charge than beef bulls, and that's down to how they're brought up. Cows and bulls that are bred for beef farming are raised by their own herd and develop normal social relationships with other cows. When it comes to humans, unless they're provoked, they treat them with lofty indifference. In contrast, dairy bulls are typically hand-reared and bottle-fed from an early age. They come to see humans as their herd and their natural social group. And this identity crisis not only makes them awkward and confused when it comes to socialising with other cattle, but when they grow up, all of those herd dominance behaviours I mentioned before are directed at humans rather than cows. And when it comes to a racing head-butt off with an animal that can weigh over a ton, there's no prizes for guessing who comes out on top. So it might seem a bit counterintuitive, but by caring more for a bull at a young age, it's actually more likely to be a danger to people when it's older. So that's why bulls charge. A lot of it stems from their natural herd instincts, but more often than not, it's their interaction with us humans that is the last straw. Last year I had the chance to see a unique population of black bulls when I hung out with some cowboys in the south of France. So click on this video if you'd like to watch that. Give us a like and subscribe for more nature and science videos, and we'll see you soon on Earth Unplugged.